welcome back. It's been a while, but we're back at the Gnomehome. Yes. Today I'm gonna show you a video where I made my herringbone flooring for the living room. And as you can see over here, I'm doing stuff with paper. I saw this hack by Bentley House Minis. She showed me, the whole world, how you can make a template of your flooring. And super easy. So you cut a couple of pieces of paper and you lay it on the floor you want a template of. And then just foldy things and I don't know what. I'm just gonna rip it. Oh no, this is my a painter's tape, so I can paint so I can attach all the paper together. And sorry, it's sometimes a little bit blurry in the shot because my camera has a problem with focusing sometimes, especially when my arm is in the way. But oh well, we're having fun here, so who cares? You can see what I'm doing. So I have to go around all of these benches, the windowsill benches. And it was a bit of a hack, but we managed it. See, I'm even doing those small little corners around the benches. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Taping away. I love tape, by the way, especially painter's tape because it's so handy and dandy. Am I done yet? No, I'm not done yet. Oh yeah, look at me getting it out. Almost perfect. But here is the template for the floor. So now I have the template. Paper is not very sturdy, so I have to trace it on a piece of cardboard. Well, this piece of cardboard I just got from the store Action. I don't remember. It's shiny on one side, doesn't matter. You're not gonna see it in the end result, so let it be shiny on one side because, well, maybe one day when they rip the floor out, they think, oh, this person is fancy. Yeah, and now I have to cut it out. As you can see, I almost never have my tools ready to go. I always go as I go along or something. Yeah, think that's legit. So tracing. Here we go, ripping the template off, and now I have to cut this. Tracing where the painter's tape went. And now here comes the fun part. I have a metal ruler and my X-Acto knife, and I'm just cutting. I love my metal ruler. I got it from when I was still in school and college, when I learned to be a graphic designer, and you had to have this kind of ruler. And now almost, I don't know how long ago, maybe 20 years later, I still have this same ruler. As you can see, I have a black sticky thing on the back side of the ruler because then it has more grip. So that's maybe a tip if you get a metal ruler yourself. By the way, be always careful with your X-Acto knife because sometimes you can cut yourself. I know this from experience. After I dry fit it, as we say this in a nicely way, it's all ready for the fun part, and that is the actual wooden floor laying part. I got these popsicle sticks from a store called The Action. You have this store in the Netherlands. I don't know. I also think they're in Germany. Yeah. And with the help of this placemat, I'm measuring how tall or how long I want my floorboards to be. And here I have my skirting board chipper scissor thingy. I don't know what it's called actually. I heard other crafters say it like a million times, and I didn't even bother to save it in my upper headspace. Well, I got this chipper thingy scissor for a while, and I'm using it a lot. Well, I actually stole it from my hubby's toolkit, but whatever. Now it's mine. Ha! Not getting it back. As you can see, I'm here trying out some different, what I like best, the wider boards or the smaller boards. I decided to go for the thinner boards, and here you can see me cut the boards in length, and now I'm scissoring it away in half. Well, sometimes I'm not good at cutting, as you can see here. It was a little bit crooked. Let's try it again. Am I doing a better job now? Yes, there we go. I hate waste, so that was a bit of a bummer. I know these materials aren't that expensive, but still, waste is a waste. Here I'm sanding away the edges because I got some splintering on the inner sides and the outer sides. And yeah, I want it to be smooth so the boards can lay snugly together without a big gap between them. Yeah, and I don't know how many floorboard pieces I had in my hand, but there were a lot, and it took ages to do this. Look how fast I go. Look how fast I go. I look like a mutant. Fun fact, I just speeded up the video, so don't be too intimidated. I'm using wood glue to stick the floorboards to the cardboard underground. Look at me, fancy flobbling, painting this glue on top of this cardboard. I always write top on the part that I have to use because one time I didn't, and I created something on the different side of the template. Boo-hoo. Oh, and now I'm going in with the floorboards. I had drawn a line on the template to help me with the direction of the herringbone. But in a later stadium, I didn't really like the angle, the way the herringbone direction was. So that I ripped the whole thing out, and you're not gonna see that because that's boring. It's just that you can see now how I started with the whole thing, and basically later I did the same thing but in a different direction. So yeah. And I do love those cheap, unperfect lollipop sticks. As you can see, they're not all the same color, and there are some irregularities. Hard word to say, geesh. in the wood, and I think it adds to more rustic look. I really like it, as you can see here, because yeah, hello wood glue, hi. As you can see, not all the floorboards are the same color, and yeah, I really think it looks cool. It gives me that cottagecore vibe that I'm going for, so yay me. And I have my floorboards ready. Again, I don't know how many there were, but there were a lot. Using a flat paintbrush, you can use any paintbrush. I do recommend a brush with plastic hairs, because it's easier to clean, and you don't have to throw your brush away very fast. It's easy to clean. So yeah, that's my tip for you today. Laying down more of these floorboards. In this video it looks so easy and so fast, but it took me like a week to create this whole thing, which is fine, because for me it's a hobby, and I'm a person who thinks a lot, is in her head a lot, and when I'm working on my Gnomehome, I'm in total relaxation mode with some music on, and sometimes I'm singing. That's why I muted this whole video, so I can talkie over the thing and you don't hear me sing, because sometimes no, you just don't want to hear that. Just laying them down piece by piece. Sometimes I have a bigger gap and some of my floorboards are wider, so you have to check what best fits. And now you can see me trim off the excess of the wood. Do this with delicacy, because when you push too hard, you might rip one of the floorboards off. That's what I did, because sometimes I'm impatient and a bit of a wrecking ball, and then I had to glue down those little tiny wood pieces back in the floor on the template. So yeah, take your time, don't press too hard, and then it will just be fine. Look, oh, there comes the scissors and then it goes all wrong. Don't use scissors. Hear me out. It's not the right way to go. Just be patient, use your X-Acto knife, and be gentle with your floor and your projects. It's not a race, you know. Here you go. This is the floor all laid out, and I used Renoband. It's a Dutch brand, I think. I don't know if it's called the same thing in other countries, but you use this stuff to fill holes in your wall. And we had some left over after our home renovation from a few years ago, and I always kept it because I knew it would become handy one day, and oh boy, I was right. It's not very sticky. It's a sandy kind of thing. Oh look, this is the difference. The difference between no grout. Yes, so satisfying. As I said, it's not very wet. It's a sandy type of filling, and because if you use too much watery thingy stuff on floors like this, especially on a cardboard template, it can warp. It did warp a little bit with this floor, but I put a big chunky book on top of it after I grouted it, and it laid flat again. So yeah, that's what you can do, but make sure you know that it might happen. It's a possibility. I'm going in with my bigger tools because bigger is sometimes better, and making sure the grout is going in between all these floorboard planky wood stuffy thingies. Well, that was a very nice sentence. And it looks white now. And I know that's not the look you want to go for, but it will be fine in the end. Yeah, here I'm going in and I bought some. No, this was left over too, I think. Yeah, it was a leftover can, and I dipped it out of the garage. Sometimes I just dip things in this house. Then I know, oh, this is handy, and then I just take it. Yeah, you can use any type of varnish. This is bite, as they call it in Dutch. Don't know what the exact word is, and I'm too lazy to look it up online. So if you know what the English word is, comment in the comment section below and teach me things. You can do this with watered down acrylic paint as well, but I chose this can varnish stuff because it was in the garage and I thought, let's try it out. Sometimes you see me peel away some hairs because we have cats. Well, one cat and one dog, and they're hairy, they shed all over the place, and hairs are everywhere. So make sure you get those hairs off your floor. And this varnish is a bit sticky, so if I don't do that right away, there are gonna be hairs in the Gnomehome forever. And I don't think my gnome would like that. Painting in all different directions, as you can see, so the varnish is going into all the nooks and crannies. And here is a close-up, so you can see that the white of the grout is totally floop, gone. It's now just brown. So if you were scary at the beginning, you see there is nothing to be scared about. It's just fine. There we go. One last bit. Are we done? Almost done? And all the nooks and crannies, yes. Look at me painting. And can we say it's done? Are we done? Yes. We're done. Okay. You see me doing the wood glue thingy again here. Little side note, I did test fit it before I went in with this glue. Always test fit it again and again and again, because then you can maybe sand a bit off if it's too cramped. Yeah, and smooching it out with a small paintbrush. You don't have to put wood glue in all over the floor, just along the sides and in the middle a bit, and that's good enough. It will lay down. And there comes the floor, I think. Yes, with the gold underground backside. Look how professional I look. Ha! Laying a floor in just a few seconds. We're not gonna tell this took a long time. Making sure it lays flat. If I would do this again, I maybe would leave a little bit more space between the walls and the floor, You can cover it with skirting boards. This was a very tight fit, and you can see me push it in real hard. Yeah, so if I had to do this again, and I have to do this again because there are a lot more rooms in the Gnomehome, then I would recommend doing that if you have to do it someday or want to do it someday. That is my tip. And yeah, because when it's too cramped, it can warp again. It did warp a little bit with this floor, but I put that big chunky book on top of it again, and it was all fine. And look at the end result. Oh, I'm so happy. It looks so cool. It was worth the effort. Really. So yeah, that's my video for today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.